Hi, welcome to this edition of Country Cooking. On today's show, we're going to do a couple of the Valley employee meals. I asked them to request some recipes that they liked. And so the first one that we are going to be making today is the taco bake, and it was submitted by Lisa Ochsner. It calls for 1 pound of ground beef, 1 packet of taco seasoning, and enough water as what the package says, and that is the 2/3 cup. I have it on the stove already heating up. Then we also need 3 large flour tortillas, a 1/2 cup of the cheese sauce here, 2 cups of shredded Mexican blend cheese, 2 hard shell tacos crushed, and then whatever toppings you like on your tacos. And then we're just going to go ahead and assemble this the way Lisa's got it typed out for me. I should shut the stove off. Did I say 1 pound of ground beef like the packet? Well, that's what it is. Okay, once the meat's ready, we're gonna go ahead and add a 1/2 cup of this. To the meat, and we're going to mix it thoroughly. And we need to spray our pan. And then we're going to start layering it. We need 3 flour tortillas. We're going to put this down, and then we're going to go ahead and take the meat. I should actually be behind the camera today and let her be on this side of the counter. She's shaking her head no. And then after you get the layer of meat on there, then you want to add some of the Mexican shredded cheese. I like a lot of cheese. And then another flour tortilla. And then another 1/3 of the beef mixture. And I probably put too much on the bottom one, but that's okay. And then some more cheese. And then the 3rd one with the remainder of the meat. And then we'll finish it off with the last of the cheese. And then we need 2 hard-shelled taco shells, crushed over the top. I should have maybe crushed these ahead of time, but can't always make it look perfect, otherwise you guys will think, gee, she's good, what am I doing wrong? And that's it. Now we're ready to put it in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes until the cheese is melted and the edges are golden brown. And then we're gonna go ahead and slice it and serve it with taco toppings, which I have lettuce, olives, tomatoes, and onions. Put this in the oven, I'll be right back.
Valley Telecommunications, the home team advantage.
This is the team you want on your side.
Taking you to the future with hometown pride.
Broadband, TV, phone services too.
Bringing the latest technology home to you. Valley Telecommunications, the home team advantage.
Okay, the next recipe we're gonna work with today is another one of the Valley employees. Nathan Arbuck submitted this one. It's charred chicken and tomato tacos. And the first thing we need to do is we need to char our tomatoes. And so I have 2 teaspoons of extra virgin olive oil on the stove here, heated up on high. And we're gonna go ahead and add the tomatoes, and we wanna char them on all sides. Just keep turning them until they're all charred. And Nathan too should be here today cooking his own recipes. While these are charring, we'll take out the first recipe we did that Lisa had submitted, the taco bake, and it looks really, really good. So we'll go ahead and let this set for right now. Now we'll cut it up and we'll add our taco toppings that we'd like on it. So for now, I'm just gonna set it here. I can leave that on, we'll probably be using that again. And this recipe calls for a pound of plum tomatoes. When I was buying, I didn't see plum, so I bought the Romas, which are probably larger, so it might take a little longer. When he says charred, I think he needs to make them look black. It might take a while. So if Allie keeps putting in these commercials for you to watch, it's because we're trying to get this to work out right. But also, if you want any of the recipes you're gonna be seeing on today's show, you can go ahead and go to Valley's homepage. And if you don't have access to a computer, call the office and the girls will gladly get copies of them to you in the mail. Or you can stop by the office and pick them up.
It's our best high-speed internet offer ever, and just in time for back to school. Sign up for high-speed internet from Valley and get an Apple iPad mini for just $50, plus get free installation. Existing customers can upgrade to our 20 meg 5 meg speed and get an iPad mini for just $50. Call Valley today at 437-2615.
Okay, now that we've got the tomatoes charred, we're gonna dump them onto a plate and we'll chop them up smaller. And while these are gonna get chopped, we're gonna go ahead and do the next step, which is supposed to add another, teaspoon of olive oil to the pan. And on high heat, we're supposed to add the chicken and seasoning, and it's 1 pound of chicken breast cut up into small pieces. And the seasoning is salt and pepper. He doesn't give me a amount, so just kind of use your judgment what you think you want to add for seasoning. And less is better. They can always add more if they want more seasoning on it. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to cook that until it's brown. And then this too will also get transferred to a plate, so I'm gonna put this on. It says high, but since I'm not gonna be over there watching it, I'm gonna turn it on kind of a medium, and I'll come back and chop these. And if you don't like the seeds, this is where Nathan says that you can go ahead and remove the seeds. I think everybody that's gonna be eating this is probably okay with the seeds. They're small. I've never charred tomatoes before. This is something new for me to see how this is. I can't wait to taste it and see what it tastes like. And I see why they call it charred tomatoes and chicken, charred chicken and tomatoes, tacos, because there's a lot of tomatoes here. So if you don't like tomatoes, you might not like this recipe. But we'll see what happens. Okay, we will let those sit for a minute. I'm gonna go over and stir the chicken. And then that too will get transferred to a plate, and then we're gonna go back and heat it on medium and add the chopped onions and cook them till they're softened.
Choose your special offer with Valley Cellular. You can either choose from BOGO, where you buy one smartphone for $49 and get the second one for free on certain devices, 3 months of free voice service, or a $100 signing bonus. Valley Wireless is nationwide cellular service with local customer service. Call or stop by today to take advantage of this great offer.
We've got our meat browned. We're gonna go ahead and transfer this also to the plate with the tomatoes. And then there's another step to this. I'm sure Nathan's wife loves it when he wants these for supper because there's a lot of work to it, and he submitted the recipe in his writing, so I'm sure he's the one that does it. So if these are good, I know I'm inviting Nathan back to my house and he can cook it for me. Okay, the next step again is some more oil, and I don't think we need to add too much because the pan is pretty coated from all the oil we've added. And then it's 1 large onion, and we're gonna cook these now until softened. So we'll go back over to the stove. Miss Lisa's gonna be running back and forth with her camera today. And then we're gonna go ahead and add the garlic and the jalapenos to that. So we will move back over by the stove and work from that direction for now. Okay, I'm softening the onions here, and after we get the onions, we are going to go ahead and add the garlic, which would be 2 cloves, and then 2 jalapeno peppers chopped that the seeds have been removed. And we're going to cook that for a minute after we get this all added in here. Onions take a little bit longer, that's why we're doing it in these small steps. And again, I'm using the already chopped garlic. One of these days I should use the garlic press I bought from Pampered Chef and see how they work. There's 1, 2, and then the jalapenos. We're going to cook this for 1 minute. And while this is cooking, I'm going to go over and get my plate of chicken and tomatoes because we're going to add that to this. Smells really good. go ahead and add this. And we also have to add 2 tablespoons of lime juice. And we're going to let this simmer for a minute. I brought it up to, it's kind of boiling here. We're going to let this simmer. And while this is simmering, I'm going to go ahead and slice 4 green onion. So there's a lot of onion in this too. And we'll do that, and we'll add the fresh cilantro. I'm not sure how much green onion I'm supposed to use. The whole thing. Look how that's good. So we're going to go ahead and add this to the chicken. And then on Nathan's recipe, he says add it to soft-shelled flour tortillas, and then add some sour cream. But I'm sure if you want to add other taco things that you like shredded cheese, black olives, anything like that, you could always add what you want. So we'll just let this simmer now for just a little bit. And then we have our second recipe from the Valley employees finished. And the next will be another one of Nathan's. We're going to go ahead and do mocha pudding cups, which I think he submitted because his kids probably like it, or he's the one with the sweet tooth, so maybe he's the one that likes it. So Valley's going to take you to a break, and we'll be right back.
Keep up to date with all the latest news and offers from Valley and get in on some fun contests and giveaways. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook.
Okay, the third recipe we're going to do on today's show, again, like I said, it's from Nathan Arbuck. It's mocha pudding cups, and we're actually going to put it all in one bowl rather than individual cups, but I'm going to do it in glass so you can see what it looks like. We need to add 1 box of dry instant pudding and pie filling, and chocolate seems to be everybody's favorite, so we're going to go ahead and add that to a large bowl. And we're going to add 1.5 cups of milk, because the recipe does call for 2 cups, but we're going to substitute 1/2 cup of the milk for 1/2 cup of cooled brewed coffee. So here's 1.5 cups of milk, and the 1/2 cup of brewed coffee. And now I get to stand here and whisk this for 2 minutes while you guys watch to see how well my arm works. And then after we get this done, we're going to put part of this into the glass bowl, and then we'll be adding some more stuff. The kids would love this recipe because it's pudding. It's almost like that pudding dessert, I think. I don't have a clock in front of me, so if the person on the camera would watch the clock behind me, so we can tell when the 2 minutes is up. These recipes, like I've been saying earlier in the program today, that if you want any of these recipes, they are on the Valley's homepage. And if you don't have computer access, please contact the office, and one of the girls will get you a copy or have a copy ready for you if you're going to stop into the office to get them. And I'm still looking for guests on the show. I've had a few different ones. George Moore has been a guest for quite often. As a matter of fact, I think he's coming back next month. I don't know what he's got lined up for us yet. It'll be a surprise for all of us, but we love having him here. But if anybody else wants to be on the show, we'd love to have you, or if you want to have one of your recipes cooked on the show, we've had a couple ladies submit via Facebook and internet. Virginia Almond from Hosmer and Wanda Junt from Eureka, they had both submitted, and I know I got good ravings over what we had cooked that were their recipes, so we appreciate those women doing that. And come on guys, and men, women, children, whatever, you don't have to be on the television show if you don't want to, but at least submit one of your favorite recipes. It'll save me time going through a bunch of different cookbooks trying to figure out what I should cook and hopefully people like. Has it been 2 minutes? Okay, our 2 minutes are up. So now what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to go ahead and add half of the mixture into our dessert cup dishes, but like I said, we're just gonna go ahead and add half of it to the bowl here. And then this way, at least you guys can see what it looks like when it's done. And then we're supposed to crumble 2 Oreo cookies over each, but since it calls for 12 Oreo cookies, since we're not doing it in the pudding cups, I took 6 of them and I crushed them in the Ziploc bag with my rolling pin. So we're just gonna go ahead and sprinkle this over the top. And there's gonna be a lot of Oreos in this with my bowl being smaller on the bottom, but that's okay. It'll give it a nice thick layer. Almost looks like an ice cream cake without the ice cream. Okay, I'll smooth that out. And then we're supposed to take 1.5 cups of the Cool Whip, and I'm just going to use the same measuring cup. And you can just guess too if you want. Kind of hard to measure Cool Whip, but we'll say this is good. And that is to be mixed in now with the remainder of the pudding. And if my husband was in the house right now, he would actually come lick this for me because he likes Cool Whip. At our house, it's dessert on top of your Cool Whip. It's more Cool Whip than the dessert, but that's okay, he's a waste. They're all like that. And then we're just gonna fold this to give it a different color. I don't wanna beat it too much. And then we're gonna go ahead and pour this on top. And if you were doing individual dessert cups, you would have what this looks like, and then you're to add the remainder of the 12 Oreo cookies to the top of your dessert cup. So what we're just gonna do is we'll take the last 6 and we're just gonna put them in here at an angle, and then they'll tip over however they want. We'll put one in the center and one like this. And then you refrigerate it until you're ready to serve. And we will serve some of this when we come back and get our other stuff plated up. But I do have one more recipe that I'm gonna do today. It's for kids, grandkids, little kids, whatever. My granddaughters are actually here visiting. We're out visiting cousins right now so we can record this. So when the 3 plus the extra one that lives here comes back, Grandma will have a special treat for them this evening. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge. We'll take a quick break. I'll get my ingredients ready for that and we'll be right back.
Valley's Mobile Command Center is coming to a town near you. Stop in at Valley's Mobile Command Center to learn more about our services, see and test some of our products, ask questions, or just to visit with us. Make sure to check your newsletter for specific dates and times when we will be rolling into your town.
Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and make the ice cream cone treats. And basically what it is it's your Rice Krispie treats, but we're gonna add them to the ice cream cones. That way the kids can hang on to them and they look cute and fancy. So we gotta put the 4 cups of marshmallows and 3 tablespoons of butter in the microwave on high for 3 minutes, stirring after 2. So we're gonna start with 2, because if I do 3 and I'm talking to you, I know I'll forget to check it and we'll burn them. And then we're gonna go ahead and add this, and we have sprinkles, and I picked up the, can you see these colored cones? I got colored cones. I probably do more purple because I think purple and blues are their favorites. They'll fight. You know how kids are, they fight over everything. So we'll do that, and they'll have a special treat when they come back to Grandma's tonight. And then after we get these done, then we're gonna go ahead and plate up the charred chicken and tomato tacos from Nathan Arbuck, the taco bake from Lisa Ochsner. We'll pull out the mocha pudding dessert from Nathan, and then this one here is just a recipe that I found going through one of my recipe books, because you didn't send me a dessert recipe, which I'm waiting to get from you. Anybody? Again, like I said, we'd love to have your recipes. It's easy enough being on the show. I mean, if I stand here and talk all the time, believe me, if I'm talking to you, you're not even gonna notice the camera's on the other side. George has been back many times. He was scared the first time. Now he's always wanting to come back, so you'll see him quite often. He'll be back again now, like I said, next month. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. Canning and pickling season is here. I've done my pickles. I put up 103 quarts the other day with 3 granddaughters and future daughter-in-law. We couldn't do it for you because by the time the show airs, being these are pre-recorded, pickles will be done. So maybe next year we'll have to put an order in so we get pickles first and try to do it right away and have it so that it's done right when the first show starts, so Lisa can have it edited for you guys. I love doing the pickles. We probably won't be doing salsa this year because we did that for you guys last year. So I'm looking for recipes, ladies, men, children, anybody that's got special recipes they want to share with us. We'd love to have them. Okay, yeah, 2 minutes was good. My microwave must cook plenty high or hot. So this is all melted down. Now we're gonna go ahead and add our 6 cups of Rice Krispies. And what doesn't fall out of the bowl will go into the ice cream cones. And it doesn't say, but I'm actually gonna use an ice cream scoop to put it right on top. I think it'll be easier to fill the cones that way than to try. It says use your hands, but I'm gonna try it with the scoop and see what happens. And I think you probably have to work kind of fast with this, but maybe not. I think it's all mixed up. I am gonna spray my scoop. And then we'll just go ahead and do it like we're scooping ice cream. That ain't working. We'll shove it down with our fingers first. They'll get 2 scoops. Kind of like Raisin Bran, 2 scoops of raisins. And then we'll add another one to the top to make it look like the ice cream. We'll let that set till I get a few of these done because I'm afraid if I go to tip that over, it might fall in my sprinkles. The things grandparents do to impress their grandchildren. This is a recipe I probably should have did ahead of time. Rather than winging it, we're gonna go ahead and use our hands too. This looks much better. And then just go ahead and dip so that, that they have sprinkles. Grandkids love sprinkles. If you're doing this for a birthday party, you might want to leave some unsprinkled, because if you have elderly people there, even my age, and I mean, I'm older than my grandkids, I don't care for the sprinkles. I like the ice cream cones and I like the Rice Krispie treats, but I don't like sprinkles. And it calls for 12 ice cream cones. We'll see how many we get out of this, being I'm kind of doing it my way. Okay, we'll take a break. I'll finish filling these and we'll be right back, and we'll plate up everything that we prepared for you. Be right back.
Don't want to miss out on your favorite shows while you're gone? Get DVR service from Valley and never miss another show again. You can also watch your favorite shows on over 70 channels in our lineup in crystal clear high definition. Sign up for HD or DVR from Valley this month and receive 2 months free and free installation. Call us today at 437-2615. You don't want to miss out on this offer.
Okay, we've got all of our 4 things that we made today all plated up here. We've got our ice cream cone Rice Krispie treat with sprinkles on top. We've got the taco bake. We have the chocolate mocha pudding dessert, which we put in a large bowl instead of individual cups, but you can see it looks really good. And then we have our charred chicken and plum tomato tacos. I've got taco toppings here. We've got sour cream, tomato, lettuce, black olives, whatever you prefer to put on your tacos. You can add to either of these. That's this edition of Country Cooking. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you at the next show. Have a good week. Thanks.